Welcome to Las Vegas. We have the Kansas City Chiefs visiting the Raiders here in a key Week 18 matchup. The players right now are looking to sub. Well, why are they looking to sub? First of all, before we get the broadcast started, I'm just going to share the Stratomatic football screen today. You can't see the whole screen. I've got some other things going on that are probably going to take me away from the game again at different points throughout like I did last week. So apologies in advance for that. Is what it is. So I can't really put up all the playoff charts and all that sort of good stuff here for you to see, but there's a number of things to discuss pregame anyway that we can get into while we wait for these subs to come in. First is the playoff scenarios. At this point, with the game between the Texans and the Colts already played, won by the Texans, and the game between the Bengals and the Ravens already played, won by the Ravens. And the game between the Chargers and the Broncos played, and the Chargers won. With those games set, the playoff picture has become much more clear. So, and Dan just sort of laid it out, and the bottom line is this: the Chargers that's my team, need the Chiefs to win tonight. The Raiders need the Raiders to win tonight, as you might imagine. The Browns are kind of indifferent, and I believe with the Chargers win, I believe the Ravens have been eliminated. We'll check on that throughout. So here we see the Chiefs. You'll notice KCA and Mahomes in, which is the right move there. KCA and Mahomes and maybe Schuster, Smith-Schuster. You got to look at the injury chart. The most they can get injured is for the current game. A number of players out there in the league are like that, where they're max injury, roll the 12. You can test it in the game. Here's a flat pass to Edwards-Helaire. Gains 15. Their max injury is balance of game. So, I encourage everybody to go to the charts, take a look, see what that's all about. It's true. I mean, basically you take Mahomes' pass attempts, rush attempts, you add them up, you divide by 33. If it's over 15, then he's immune to multi-game injury. Now, I like to put about a 15% buffer in there. 15 is not quite enough for me. I like 16.5 because you just don't know how the game is treating Week 18. They're very cagey about it over at the headquarters there, lost to 2 in Glenhead. So, I say 17. I feel happy. Well, Mahomes is 23. He's off the charts. So he's not getting injured for more than the balance of the game. You've heard people say before, the game doesn't seem to act that way. I tested 1,000 times in the individual local game where you can test these things. And certainly it seems to be, I've never had a problem with it. Now, might there be some problems for guys that have sub 15 ratings? Maybe, I haven't tested down there. But for guys with the best ratings, that they don't get injured for more than the balance of the game. And that's why you see Mahomes and KCA in there. You'll see some replacements along the line. Some because of injury, some not. Here's a linebook draw. And it's going to be 7 yards for Helaire, not 17, as the linebacker stayed home. 3rd and 5 now. Kansas City in good punting position. Kansas City comes into this game on 3rd and 5, number 2 in the league in short passing. Likes a short pass here. Laying down 30th in running, 31st in small ball overall. So we look to see if but you got Max Crosby here. You got a potential problem here. Max Crosby matched up on this right tackle who's a 0. So that does cause some issues in terms of throwing short. And then you can see a flat pass to McKinnon, perhaps as a result of that. And there's a sack. Crosby gets in anyway. Loss of 7, 4th and 12 now from a 38. With Tommy Townsend probably wants a little more room to punt here. 62 yards to the end zone, and he's going for only 40, 39 net. So not the best from Townsend. Puts Vegas still at their own 23 to start out. Vegas came into the game starting out on average at their own 27th, which is good for 20th best in the league. Chargers second best in the league with opponents starting at on average of 20, 25. The Chargers actually on top of that, thanks to all the squib kicking. Number 1 in the league, but Chargers are 2. First and 10 at the 23. Kansas City, we all know pretty well. Coach Urban likes to call pass. He's number 1 in guessing pass. He guesses pass 92% of the time he has the opportunity to, and that's an invitation for Josh Jacobs. And he goes on the defensive card this time for 7 yards. By the way, I don't expect to have to break away for these first 25 minutes or so. It should be pretty good. Second and 3 now from the 30. Second and short. Number 1 running team in the league right here is the Las Vegas Raiders. By far, number 1. And there's a run call right on top of it, but Colton Miller makes the block. 8 yards. First and 10 up to the 38. Raiders overall in running, just 27th in the league at 33%, but they pick their spots where they run it. And that's one of them. First and 10 now. Josh Jacobs gets a pass here, and he's going to pick up 14, guessed wrong. And into Kansas City territory the Raiders go. Raiders come in here with Josh Jacobs, who is number 2 in the league in linebucks. 37th in off tackle, 11th in end run. But prefers up the gut. And you see no Chris Jones today for Kansas City. He'll take a seat, and there's an offside against KC, which is rare. The Raiders are last in the league in just about every penalty category, especially in the bye section. Opposed, they're about 22nd. So they still get one here to go their way. First and 5. Pick up a 7-yard gain here. Wrong for Jacobs, up to the 36. So you see the defensive resting going on here. Chris Jones pulled out. The corners pulled out. And, these guys are not immune to injury, multi-game injury. It's worth noting, though, your backups are more likely to get hit for longer injuries than your starters. So there's sort of a yin and a yang there. If you have a valuable backup, you don't want to get him in the lineup during these rest games. Because if he gets hurt, he's going to get hurt for a lot more. There's a pickup of 6 yards against the 6 white die, second and 4. Vegas faced the Raiders. Vegas faced the former crosstown rivals, the 49ers, last week. And 49ers played their starters most of the game and really took it to them. So looking for a little bit, some target practice here for Vegas against second stringers and doing pretty well. They now face a 3rd and 3 at the 29. Third and 3. You see a lot of flat passing here from Vegas, typically. Jacob stays in. Going flat pass. And Chanel makes a play. One of the 4s in there. Make the play, 4th and 3. Coming into the game, you see a kick can come on here. The Raiders are 20th in the league in 4th down conversion attempts. So no hesitation here. Carlson is on for the kick from 46. It's good on the 8 roll. 3-0 Las Vegas. Touchback. Kansas City just started out 25. 8:24 left first quarter. 3-0. Raiders lead. A lot of the offensive linemen are in. Linebuck. CEH gets 5. There's only so much you can do, too. I mean, at some point you run out of backups, especially if you have injuries. And pretty sure that coming into the game, Kansas City had one along their offensive line, which is probably causing some of the starters that we're seeing out there here. Orlando Brown out. He'll also be out for the first round of the playoffs. Second and 5. Kansas City's offensive profile. The second in the league in short passing. Here's an off tackle to McKinnon. Gets a short gain, 13 yards, out to the 43. Coming to the league overall, second league in short passes. That's their leading category. The category after that, they fall back to 21st, where long pass and flat pass are both tied for 21st in the league. Long pass at 6%, flat pass at 30%. And I like to look at the ranks because that sort of tells the story on a relative basis. Short pass, 14. Gets 7 yards on the must run from Mahomes. Up to midfield. Second and 3. This Las Vegas defense. Up middle of the league in calling run. Toward the bottom of the league, 27th. 17% flat pass. Kelsey calls run there, pays the price, and gets 8 yards. So, yeah, 17% calling run, 27th in the league is Las Vegas' defense. Sitting at a -6 guess margin. 27th in the league. 28th in the league in calling double teams, but 9th in the league in success rate at 12%. So, doesn't call many double teams, but when they call them, they nail them. To these Raiders. End run for McKinnon, guessed wrong. Going to get just 5 on a 2-8 roll for 15. Up to the 37-yard line. Second and 5, moving well in here, well into Bucker's field goal range. Too tight versus 4-3. Guessed right run. Goes to the offensive card, loss of 2. No penalty, 3rd and 7. Tendencies are going to be a little bit off, certainly for Kansas City. A little bit. Maybe not all that much. You can still have Mahomes in there. But not a big runner on second. And second down at all. But ran there. Guessed right, of all things. 3rd and 7 here. Got to worry about Crosby and Chandler Jones. That's going to slow down the short passing for sure. Take that chance of the D-die not coming up here. Don't want to get out of field goal range. So you might see a flat pass here as a result. Or even a run. Just to make sure you get those 3 and you don't get sacked out of range. These percentages are real for Crosby and Jones. And Bilal Nichols, for that matter. So we wait the play call. Look in pass. McKinnon. Man is there. The only man in the flat pass zones in the right spot. But an 8-yard pickup. Guessed wrong. Did he call run? I missed what went on there. Play is no men in zone. No men in zone? Oh, he must have been shadowing. I guess. It would usually tell you in the scroll here that there was a failed failed attempt, but I guess not. First down, long pass incomplete. Maybe he was double teaming. I just didn't notice that he was double teaming. Possible. But why would he be in the middle of the screen if he's double teaming? Usually you're maybe, I'm not sure. 2nd and 10. 100% sack there for Crosby. 80% for Jones on that long pass chart. Short pass again. Facing a pass rush. Gets it in there for 14. Gets the blank on the D-die. Up to the 17-yard line. 1st and 10 into the red zone. Go these Kansas City Chiefs. Chiefs. Best team in the league. Is that right? Or is that 3rd? A little more light around here. Let's see. 3rd in the league in efficiency. Number 1 in TDs. Number 1 in red zone trip total. Gets 12 yards here to the 5-yard line. Avoiding the D-die so far. 1st and goal. Kansas City comes in 25th. The 1st and 1 and 9 situations in running. 5th and short passing. Don't know if that's going to hold up here, though. These tackles being out might change the whole equation for Chiefs coach Tim Irvin on this 1st and goal. So close. May just be thinking about trying to punch it in with runs and not take a chance of that sack. Let's take a look. He crosses up his short pass tendency here. I bet he does. I foresee a run here. Let's see. Am I right or wrong? I am wrong. Short pass. Lots of blitzers coming. Look out. They don't get there, but the pass is incomplete too. Chandler Jones with a 42% chance. Can't find it on a 59 roll of the 100 die. Right there. Now we have a 2nd and goal from the 5. So Edwards Hilaire, let's say he ran linebacker or off tackle. His 3 guessed wrong. Would have put him in the end zone. Instead, 2nd and goal. Interesting choices here. Off tackle, guessed wrong. Open for the offensive card. Gets it, but still just 1 yard. 3rd and goal from the 4. Not seeing much of Pacheco here. Pacheco pretty much being held out. That makes plenty of sense. Third and goal. Too tight. For 3 blitzes on. In the shotgun here. You might see a Mahomes end run. Possibly see it here. The shotgun would kind of get that run posture. Instead goes linebacker. He's going to get 4 yards, and McKinnon's in the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City Chiefs. 6-3 lead. Harrison Butker on for the extra point. Yes, folks, you're hearing a little enthusiasm for that touchdown here from your supposedly unbiased announcer. 7-3 Kansas City. Touchback on a 1-1-1 roll. The dreaded 1-1-1. Does not generate injury on the kickoff. 1st and 10. Injuries are part of the game where it's really a good idea to invest your time and understand, what can happen. Understand your vulnerabilities and understand your strengths. And more times than not, you're going to be surprised by your strengths. First and 10. A guess right flat pass avoids the INT and avoids the penalty. No, there's an offside, a false start, mandatory. So the interception, if it happened, would have come off the board, as it were, and it would have been the same 1st and 15 from the 20. A little close call there. Derek Carr's very middling card. In Las Vegas, you need to be going guessed wrong with Carr's card. He's tough to work guessed right. There's a guessed right incompletion on the defensive card. 2nd and 15. Raiders came into this game. It's last in the league in running and first and long. It's last in the league in running and second in long. Number 1 in short pass, number 2 in long pass. So fire up your 3-2-6. Well, you may not want to show it, but fire up your safeties. Look out. It's a short pass. Stays the tendency. Looking for 15. Going to get none. Possible penalty. Not happening. 3rd and 15. Once again, Vegas 31st in the league in running, 31st small ball overall. That's flat pass and running combined. Number 1 in short pass, 5th in long pass. Now, you get that magical 15 yards to go number, which you like picking on your zeros, and take your pick. Lots of zeros to choose from here. And I don't think much pass rush coming. No. So you've got zeros. You've got zeros in the backfield. Not much pass rush. So you got a good chance of 15-yard gain, or you got a good chance of perhaps on a short pass of a dump off. But 15 yards tough to get a dump off. Possible though. Goes looking. Gets 14. That's going to be 1 yard short. And we have an injury. Leo Chenal will be out for the rest of the game. And I need to pull out these cards because so these injuries that do happen, when they happen to backups, and I must tell you, I'm not sure if Chenal's a backup or not. I'll find out here shortly for you. Puts the squeeze on KC, and that they're going to have to play a regular guy. But the offsetting factor to that, the counterpoint to the counterpoint, is that, well, if there's not another guy after a punt here on 4th and 1 from the 17, Sky Moore goes for 16 yards. Take a look at Chenal. Chenal is a starter, left linebacker. So he'll bring in a backup. Already has a backup in, I think. But it causes a bit of a logjam. But you're likely not going to get another injury because you need to have – it won't injure somebody if there's no backup for it. 2nd and 10. Unfortunate for these Chargers to have a starter go out here. I'd rather have a backup go out and then have the need to put the starter in, which would be a win-win for Tim and for the Chargers, in that you get a better team, plus that starter probably does not going to get injured. 7 yards on first down, 2nd and 3, 3rd and 3 now, up to the 40-yard line to be in the first quarter. The first down play, which I missed rambling on about injuries, was an incompletion to Jody Fortson. So 3rd and 3 with a pretty decent field position here. KC historically doesn't shy away from the short pass here. It gets down to 3rd and short, likes to run it. 1 to 2 yards. Just a little bit more distance. Let's see what happens. Without that fearsome offensive line, you just can't trust these tendencies. So here's Watson, and he gets sacked. Just 3 yards, though, and only a 5% chance. 4th and 6. Townsend on 63 yards away. Needs a nice one here. Goes 53. So that's a nice one. From the 10, Renfrow will return it. And Renfrow, fair catch on the 11. Ooh. Goes to the number 2 back and avoids the fumble. Ends up with some tough field position, though, at the 10. And we talked about the Chiefs being 2nd in the league. On balance, counting offense and defense to overall margin, the Chiefs are +4, which leads the league in starting field position. That has a lot to do with Tommy Townsend. Usually has a lot to do with your turnover margin, too. Off tackle Josh Jacobs gets just 5, avoiding the 86-yard gallop. Second and 5. Just right. No gain for Jacobs. Sets up a 3rd and outside of and contain beyond. So nice play there for the Chiefs. Let's see if Jacob stays in on this third medium. Notice during the year he typically comes out here for Abdullah. Stays in. I agree with that move. 3rd and 5, big flat passer for these Raiders. Take up a yard. He really goes short a lot. 12 yards, and there's a short. First down. Nice conversion. First and 10 now. 27. It's a field position. Means Vegas is starting out where most drives typically start out now at the 27. Even after earning that first down, they're starting out in the average length of field to go, thanks to that good punt from Townsend and the fair catch by Renfro. It's a flat pass. Man is home. Guess right. Guessed it's an incomplete pass on car 7. 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. This is where the Raiders are number 1 in the league in flat passing. So that stat stands out. Short pass. Incomplete as Devontae was double teamed. No penalty coming here. And it was on the Raiders' populous offensive penalty card, but found a hole. Wish they'd tell us what that roll is. I really would love to see that roll. Love to see all the rolls. Give me all the rolls. Never see the penalty roll. As I start to get some attention taken away here. We have a 3rd and long. Jacob stays in the game. Short pass Renfro. He's double teamed. Incomplete. Big play there. And big call. Would have been incomplete guess right too, but nonetheless, great call from Coach Irvin. KC comes into the game number 3 in the league in successful double team percentage. Sorry, number 5 in the league at 13%. Ryan Cook injured on that play. And you see the big miss of 2 games here. So let's see what happens here with Brian Cook. Who the heck is he? Brian Cook is a defensive back. And we might have to see one of KC's better defensive backs come into the game next time around. We'll see what choices Coach Urban is left with. There we go. Linebacker Everett-Hilaire going to get 7 yards on first down. Boxes came up, but nicely covered by the Raider linebackers. Makes it 2nd and 3. And I am going to be tucking away a little bit every now and then. I'll be back and forth here. Too tight. Linebacker Everett-Hilaire on the 2nd and 3. Looking for the first down. Gets the 2nd down conversion. It's the best 3rd down conversion is a 2nd down conversion. Up now to the Vegas 45, nearing scoring range here. 9:54 left, 2nd quarter. Kelsey deep. Facing a 0-5 in zone, though. And Kelsey is even going to get a chance. Is he going to get the ball off? He does, and is flushed. Avoids the 53% sack and going to pick up 7 yards. The pass to McKinnon. 2nd and 3. I feel the Raiders' key to the game is racking up some sacks here. 6 yards. Guessed right from McKinnon. Nice call by the defense, but McKinnon outdoes it. Taking up a new hobby this winter that's taken away a lot of my strat time, which is predicting variability, in-game variability for college basketball games. 14 yards. That's what's pulling me away here. In-game variability means I'm just looking for big changes on who's the streakiest in-game, and then sort of pick a position on both sides, and you look for the middle. It really is. The model's been working out really well, so I've been happy with that and really into it. It's a lot of sort of fun to do the calculations and fun to watch in game and open and close the positions. Anyway, 1st and 10 now, inside the red zone. Edwards-Helaire finds the 5. Dreaded 5, guessed wrong. Leads to a 2nd and 10 as these pass rushers begin to salivate a little bit. Does Mahomes and the Chiefs, do they feed the beast of that pass rush? Or do they look for a run or a flat passer? Do they go small ball? They do not. Here's the beast of the pass rush. It's coming. Doesn't matter. A 64% sack is turned away, and it's a nice gain. We had the X, so I guess we did not have. It was not a safety blitz, so we did not have a pass rush situation. No 64% sack. That was left over. Just went straight to the reading, which brought a 15-yard gain to Watson. And it's 1st and goal and from the 3-yard line for the Kansas City Chiefs. Full house backfield. Four 3 defense. Rooting for the Chiefs as I am, I want them to run here. They don't. It's guessed wrong, and it's a offside call. It would have been complete. On the defensive card, the Raiders get out of a 1st and goal from the 3-yard line. Now, a much more palatable 1st and goal from the 8. These runners aren't quite right to get 8 yards in a chunk. You just want to see some passing. If you're the Raiders, flood these zones, guess pass, hope he passes, and try to get that sack. If he runs, hope he runs into your linebackers, because the halfbacks aren't that much to worry about. Even Pacheco's not that much to worry about. Off tackle McKinnon, definitely a good back, though. Gets 5 of it, so that's as much as you could really hope for if you're the Chiefs, so that's good. 2nd and goal from the 3. Or 3 blitz against this 2 tight. Short pass, guessed wrong. Opportunity to get Mahomes' card. It finds it. Touchdown, Kansas City Chiefs. 13-3 lead here with 6:36 left in the first half. Bucker on to make it 14-3. And it is good. 14-3 KC. Starts out at the 25. Plenty of time. Chiefs will get another possession before the half as well. I believe the Raiders get the ball back. Short pass. Incomplete. So let's take a look here. You see a 5 starting at. Did we see that 5 at free safety in a base formation for the Chiefs before? Or is that happening because of the injury that Thornhill has to come in? Or is it Joshua Williams who has to come in? questions, but definitely some changes due to the backup being injured on the last drive. Can't really pinpoint him. Wasn't watching that closely. Short pass, Waller, 4 men in zone, incomplete. That tough card from Carr. I have that card over in Frozen Tundra, the draft league, and I find it tough to work with. It's one of those leagues where you can free sub quarterbacks, and I have Carr and I have Mayfield, two very, very mediocre quarterbacks last year, and I end up subbing them back and forth. I put Carr in for sort of long pass situations, but Mayfield's better, not much better, but a little better in flat and short. It's just Carr's a very middling card. Devontae Adams is certainly a good pair. Definitely has the ability to go deep pretty well. He's ranked reasonably well deep. Everything else is not it's not even average, below. Short pass, Matt Collins. It's going to be a must-run. Carr gets 17. One of his better readings pushes the Raiders up to the 42, 1st and 10. Stepping away for just a second in terms of the screen. Haven't missed a play. Too tight. King Jacobs and Moreau goes to a looking pass. Nobody home, gets 9 yards. Second and 1. Raiders off to a good start on this drive. Stepping away again for a second here. Missed a short game by Jacobs. Puts him up to the 38-yard line. 4:12 left. The Raiders, important drive here to try to put something together. Maybe even get a 2-for-1. .336 left in the half. Kansas City will get a shot, especially with Bucker. End run. Jacobs gets wrong. Opportunity for Josh Jacobs. Does he cash it in? He does not. 6 yards is good, though. Definitely a successful play. Second and 4 to the 20. Dolphins game gets started. We'll be keeping it here. Into the red zone. Jacobs gets 5 yards, guessed wrong. That's a first down to the 15. Kansas City's red zone defense, 21st in efficiency in the league this year. The Raiders' offense, 31st in efficiency, 30th number of 32nd in touchdowns. Interesting. I wonder why that is. Short passing of Carr is suspect, but Jacobs is certainly good. Maybe they could pick up penalties down here. Such a highly penalized team. That would be a theory. You don't get penalty stats in terms of when they happen, that's for sure. It's a 2-yard gain on a guessed wrong run. 2nd and 8 from the 13. The 9-yard line is always an interesting line to follow because that's when your playbook shrinks. 4-yard gain is kind of problematic. That would make it a 3rd and 4. Always looking at, what if I get to the 9? What am I looking at? 3 wide. 3-3-5. And KC shows the blitz. Jacobs is a 3-pass clock rating. Not much factors here. Flightus can do some damage. It's a flat pass. Hunter Renfrow. Man is there. It is incomplete on Renfrow's card. Possible penalty is going to be against an offside call against the Chiefs. So huge help there. Avoids the 3rd and 8. Ends up with a 2nd and 3 at the 8-yard line. Too tight versus a blitzing 3-3-5. I imagine we're going to see a run here. I'll be loading up for it. And here it is. It's a key. Nice play, but the linebackers are not going to get that job done. So nicely done by the KC defense. But now we have 1st and goal. 1:45 left. We see the first time out from the Chiefs. I'm going to look at the Ravens' chances. If the Chiefs lose and Browns lose, are the Ravens in? That's what I want to know. We'll check on that at halftime. Key Jacobs correctly. Blocking back is not going to make the play. Still gets a yard, though. 2nd and goal from 2. Keyed the wrong guy, and Bolton gets in. Touchdown Raiders. 14-9. I'll go for 1 here, I'm sure. Kick from Carlson. He's good, and it's 14-10. 1:22 left. Chiefs will try to muster up some points here. Carlson's kick. Run some clock to the 23. Too tight. Looking past McKinnon. Gets 7. Likely stay in the hurry up here. Opportunity coming here for Mahomes end run at some point, and that certainly lingers in this 2 tight end formation as a real possibility. If you're the Raiders, I don't know that you can do much about it here. I think you don't mind him doing it here from inside, his own territory. You kind of have to let that happen. Unfortunately, kind of don't have a choice with Mahomes' card. Mahomes really puts you in a box. It's one of the great features of this Chiefs team this year. It's just a formidable team, certainly when all their guys are in. Flat pass to Kelsey. Gets another 7. Could not get out of bounds, though. So we might have to see another hurry up here. They call a timeout on the last play. So it's what do you value, the time or the down if you are the Chiefs from their own 37? They value the time, and therefore take away the down. 14-10, 52 seconds left. Spike that ball. 2nd and 10 now from their own 37. Bucker range, you need about 20 yards, 20-some yards. Too tight versus a 4-2-5 nickel. Do we see Mahomes take it out here? It's an open invitation. Not going to call a run here out of this nickel. There it is. Mahomes. Whose card does it go to? It goes to the wrong card, but a short gain thrown anyway. Possible penalty. No penalty there. 13 yards. Gets the short gain on the defensive card. Up to midfield. Too tight. And running this time to McKinnon. McKinnon could not get out of bounds. And it's going to be another spike, which will set up a third down. I would assume it'll be a spike. We'll see. Maybe he does not. Hurry up, lose him with 22. Let's say I would choose hurry up. You still have 22, 15, 8 max for. Goes hurry up, yeah. Agreed. Too tight shotgun. Long pass. Pass rushers are get home to Chandler Jones. 11-yard loss. Gonna have to on this 3rd and 15. No choice but to. Can't hurry up. Where's the hurry up option? What does hurry up bring us to? 1 second or 8? 1. Gotta go hurry up. I mean, I guess you could spike it, but you're facing the chance of another sack. So yeah, that's the right call. Looking for a penalty here, and these Raiders will give it to you. So looking for that X. Defense takes a timeout. Chiefs unlikely to go 4 wide, probably because they don't want to get some receivers into the game and risk their injury, even in this spot. Three wide. Hardman's in, Smith-Schuster, and Scantler. So a pretty complete set here. Looking past McKinnon. Nobody home. Can you get that X? Can you get a personal foul? Cannot. So I need the X. Did not get it. Need the personal foul. Did not get it. That'll end the half. 14-10 Kansas City lead. It's always a 5-minute break for Paul. Any of us in the AFC West know that. So I just want to take a look here. This doesn't look like the Ravens. The Ravens are probably eliminated by the Chargers win. All the scenarios are for the Raiders or the Chargers or the Browns. 5-minute break. Maybe we'll see a visitor from the game. That would be nice. We'll extend an invitation to Tim. And in the meantime, we'll take a look at some stats here. Both teams at 40% on third downs. Yards per play, both at 5.1. Pretty even half. Big field position advantage for KC. Something we mentioned before, they lead the league in. Holmes highly efficient. Has 2 end runs left. All right, we're going to go on break here ourselves. We'll be back shortly. And it looks like we're back, and we are. We have kickoff. Raiders got 3 yards on first down on a 3-yard flat pass. Three wide versus a 4-3. Puts up some possibilities for the passing game. Looking pass gets 10, but a flag is going to be unsportsmanlike on the Chiefs. Raiders getting some penalties back that they've been giving up all year at the key time here. An important one on their last drive to prevent a 3rd and 8 inside the red zone. Now getting a big unsportsmanlike. 5 yards on first down, 2nd and 5. End run. Guessed wrong. The end can't make the block. 3 yards, 3rd and 2 from the 39 into Carlson's range. On this big 3rd and 2 for Vegas. Where they're 23rd in the league in running, 2nd in the league in, 7th in the league in flat passing. Going to get some yards here. 7 yards for Jacobs. First down to the KC 32. Raiders on the move again. Can take the lead here. Too tight. Loses one. Guess right. 2nd and 11. Short pass Waller. He's doubled up. Incomplete. 3rd and 11 from the 33. Long pass. It's complete for 28 yards on the 11 to the 5-yard line. 1st and goal, Las Vegas. Too tight versus a blitzing 3-3-5. Jacob stopped. Guessed right. Second and goal from the 5. Too tight again. Let's see if it's another nickel for KC. It's a 4-3. Blitzing. Travis. Touchdown. Devontae Adams. Vegas takes the lead 16-14. Kick is good. 17-14 Las Vegas. 2 touchdown drives consecutively for these Raiders have put them on top after falling behind 14-3. Work to do for these Chiefs. First and 10 at 25. Seven yards on first down. Second and 3. Look in pass. Kelsey. The only spot occupied, but it's complete for 5 yards. Vegas keeping that middle linebacker home. Let's see. KC is 12th in the league in throwing a look-in pass. When they throw a flat pass, how often do they go look-in? Well, they go and look in 34% of the time. So it's a nice split. That's why they're 12th in the league. Flat pass. Smith-Schuster is there this time on this first and 10. Going to pick up a possible penalty. Nope. Loss of 3, second and 13. Too tight. End run. Mahomes. Hits his card and a first down. 15 yards. Out toward midfield at the 49. And we've got a not responding here, which is a bit odd. You don't see this. Well, I doubt we're going to recover from this, so I'm just going to back out for a moment. And we'll come back into it here. Let's see what it gives us. If we don't have a new game number, we'll just give it a try. Let's see, new game number. Okay, his PC froze. So, all right, so he's rebooting. We'll go into a break. We'll be right back. Thank you for that update, Timothy. How you guys doing? How you guys doing up there? We're back, and we come back to an erasure of Mahomes's 15-yard run. Did not show up when we came back in. Kansas City gets hit for a late hit here. So it's a first down anyway at the same yard line of 49, but interesting. All right, 8:24 left. Make sure we have everything running right here. Looks like we do. Line book on first down just gets one. 2nd and 9. Too tight versus the 4-3. A 15-yard gain. Scantlin gets the short pass completion. Into field goal range at the 35. Flat pass. Guessed wrong. Opportunity with a 0 there for Hardman. He's going to get 27 yards down to the 8-yard line. Big pickup for Hardman on the yak. First and goal. Touchdown. Nope, down to the 1. Sorry for the false start there. Edwards-Hilaire gets 7, needed 8. 2nd and goal from the 1. Chiefs looking to take back the lead. Looks like he froze again, according to sources. Okay, well, I'm getting tired of looking at these scrolls. I'm sure you guys are too. That's the way it goes. Okay, we are back. And we had a successful key of Mahomes on second down and goal from the 1. So 3rd and goal from the 3. Nice call, Coach Paul Conti. He gets the -1, but gets the -2. Too tight. And shotgun here, which I understand, versus this blitz, if you're get the mind going toward passing, which, depends on whether you're going to view this as 2-down territory or not. Chiefs defense has struggled the last couple drives, but very successful in their initial drives. I wouldn't say that you have to go for 7 here. Shown enough defense. Short pass, Kelsey. I don't think he's doubled up. Obviously, chances of sack are there, but Trevon Moore cannot make the play. Travis Kelsey makes the catch. A huge 3rd down touchdown to Kelsey. And it's 20-17. Bucker looking to make it a 4-point game. It's good. 21-17 KC. And gets touchback. Two tight ends versus a 4-3. It's a looking pass. Incomplete on the -3 reading. 2nd and 10. Las Vegas came into the day 10th in the league in looking passes, a percentage of flats. And overall, the second highest flat passer in the league, despite having Derek Carr as the quarterback. Short pass falls incomplete with 4 men in zone. Brings up an immediate 3rd and long. Three, 2, 6. Inviting a Jacobs run, which the invitation will likely not be taken here from the Raiders. We're very rarely running 3rd and long. Renfro falls incomplete on Carr's card. 4th and 10, 3 and out for the Chiefs defense. With a lead, 4:30 left, 3rd quarter. 44-yard punt, Sky Moore from his own 31. Moore goes for 3 yards. It'll be Kansas City possession. Kansas City could open up a 2-score lead here, again, which they had initially in the first half. They can find 66 yards somehow, 4 of them right there from McKinnon, makes it 2nd and 6. Andrew McKinnon. Just a yard. 3rd and 5. Edward Solaire, 3 rushes left till his fatigue kicks in. I'm not sure where McKinnon is. He's probably pretty close too. And it's a flat pass, and it's a 21-yard gain for Clyde Edwards-Helaire up to the Vegas 40. A little bit distracted right now. Sorry about that. Got it. On a 1st and 10, flat pass, Schuster. Smith-Schuster gets 5. I can't be right. Sack comes on 2nd down. Makes it 3rd and 10. Big sack there. Well, Nichols gets in. 3rd and 10. From the 40, decision time here. Kansas City, do you risk getting knocked out of kind of poor field goal range? Scanlon is double teamed here. Looking for a dump off. Doesn't get it. 4th down from the 40. I think we're in Booker's range, but going to punt anyway. Understood. See if Townsend could put together a good coffin corner. He does not. 47 yards, just 20 yards of field position. Huge win there for the Raiders. Big sack from Bilal Nichols. 1:12 left, third quarter. Nervous in Los Angeles. Only 2 teams that can be eliminated based on this result are the Chiefs, are the Raiders, not the Chiefs, the Raiders or the Chargers. End run, Jacobs. Going to be an offside. 1st and 5. Let's take a look at these penalty numbers here. That 15-yarder to open up the play after our technical break was big, but 5 penalties for Kansas City compared to 2 for Las Vegas. The season coming in, Las Vegas committed 118 to their opponent's 80. So that has flipped over. And a short gain with a possible penalty waved off up to the 45. Vegas on the move here, down 4 in the waning moments of the third quarter. Goes too tight. "13 yards to Waller." Short pass gets wrong again. Another 15 to the 27-yard line. Too tight. Chiefs looking for a holding penalty somewhere in here. Because we're not doing a good job right now. Just the guess luck has run out on this drive a little bit, which happens from time to time to all of us. There's another one. But this time, the dreaded 5 stops the momentum, at least for the moment. 2nd and 10 at the 27. Three wide versus a nickel. The flat pass. Renfro is going to get 3. Sets up a 3rd and long. Big one here. 3-3-5. Not blitzing. Jacobs in the backfield. Short pass to Jacobs. Flush. Needs 7. Gets loss of 2 if it holds up. Could be a looking pass. Indeed loses 2. Back to the 26. 4th and 9. Carlson's going to have to come onto the field. Nice card from... And it's still good on 12. Oh, my. Carlson bangs it in, and it's 21-20. Touchback puts KC at their own 25. 12:36 left. It's a 1-point game, folks. Flat pass, McKinnon. On first down, incomplete. First down yard, so important for this KC team, given the situation along their offensive line. Short pass, Kelsey. He's doubled up. Lots of pass rush coming too, but he gets a completed pass for 11 yards. He makes the catch on the defensive guard. Oh, my. Successful double team. Great call by Coach Conti. But the defensive guards let him down. And it's 1st and 10 for KC. 11:42 left. If the Chiefs hang on, the Raiders would be eliminated. 5-yard gain on first down. But the final playoff spot would still not be determined. It would come down to the Browns-Steelers tomorrow night. And let's see if the Raiders win and the Steelers win, then the Raiders are in. If the Chiefs and the Steelers win, the Chargers are in. If the Browns win, then both the Raiders and the Chargers are out. Loss of one on this 2nd and 5 is a big loss. Guessed right. Puts KC into a 3rd and 6 from their own 40. Doesn't want to see that D die. If they don't see that D die, they got a pretty good chance of a completion. That Bilal nickel sack on the previous drive for the Chiefs really looms large. Chiefs could open up a decent lead. Instead, hanging on here, trying to hold the ball with 10:30 left in the 4th. Too tight versus a 4-2-5 nickel. It's a short pass. Kelsey, he's double teamed again. Incomplete this time. The Raiders hold. 10-12 left. Here comes the punt from Townsend. 60 yards out. Only a 45-yarder. Can't get one of his good ones. Keenan Cole, he's the number 1 guy. He goes for no gain. 15-yard line nonetheless. Tough field position for the Raiders. 9:54 left, 4th quarter. Too tight versus a 4-3. Whoops, we have an off tackle. 15 yards for Jacobs. Out to the 30. First and 10. Incomplete on first down. I'm going to step away for just a second here. – 2 yards on second down, so it brings up a 3rd and 8 with 8:24 left. Huge play here. 3 wide versus 3-3-5. So many zeros on the field. Short pass Renfro. He's not double teamed. It's a 10-yard gain on the 12 roll. 1st and 10 to the 42. 15 yards on 1st down into Kansas City territory. The Raiders are on the move again to the 43, 7.5 left, halfway through this 4th quarter. And then 14 yards to the 29, 6:54 left. Flat pass Hollins. He's doubled up incomplete. Hunting the pick. Didn't get it. Second and 10 finds a short gain on Carr's flat pass card. 14 yards to the 15-yard line. 6:18 left. Off tackle. Jacobs gets 5. To the 10-yard line. Good spot for the Raiders here. 2nd and 5 at the 10. Everything's open to them. Love flat passing in these sorts of spots. And the flat pass is open to them here. A blitzing 4-3. Looking pass. Gets 9 to the 1-yard line. It's 1st and goal from the 1. Vegas poised to take a 5-point lead and then line up for 2. Here with 5:06 left. 1st and goal from the 1-yard line. Vegas a big running team on 1st and goal. Linebacker Carr, he's held. No fumble? No fumble. 9.6 fumble versus 146. 2nd and goal from the 1. Again, a blitzing 4-3. Linebacker Jacobs keyed. Also doesn't fumble. He's a min fumbler. Third and goal now from the 2. Obviously, massive play here. 3:54 left. Goes 3 wide. Just needs 2 yards. I don't know that you give Carr his must-run opportunity. Guess run, leave 4 men in zone. Seems to be the way to go. These must runs are not big yards, but they'll get you 2. Jacobs is key, doesn't matter. Oh, my! Reminds me of the 2-point conversion against the Raiders, which lost the game because I guessed right on a key and it went to the defensive card. Same situation here. Nice call, Tim. You know how it feels, man. 26-21. 2-point conversion upcoming here, 3 wide. Incomplete. So touchdown or bust here for Kansas City. Down 5. 3:36 left. Touchback. Mahomes with one end run in this pocket. Too tight. You might, with 3 timeouts, you might say, damn the torpedoes. Go short and long on this drive. You get sacked, try again. Long pass, man. Scantling. That's exactly what he does here on this first down. Does he pay the price with a D-die? Does not. Long gain, 32 yards. A flag is down. Offside against Las Vegas. That's going to be declined. Puts KC up at the 43, and they're in business. Stops the clock with the flag. First and 10. Fly pass. Incomplete. Second and 10. Pacheco now in. He is an injury risk. Could induce some run calls. Short Smith Schuster. Gets 11 yards. First down to the 32. 3 minutes left. Now 2:24. Too tight. Darn it if I have to step away here. Linebuck, Edwards Hilaire. 7 yards. Clock ticks. Second and 3. Too tight. Wait for the play call here. I'll stay with us through this play. On this second and 3 from the 25. It's a linebuck. Man is there. 9 yards. Offsides. Makes it second and 8. It's on Kansas City. Would have been a first down. 2nd and 8 against a 4.25. Boy, that really hurts, that penalty. Now 3 plays to get 8 yards. McKinnon's in the backfield here in this shotgun formation. It's an end right to Mahomes. Does it go to his card? It does. Short game, possible penalty. Another offsides. Oh my. 2nd and 13. Gets his end run back, but I tell you what, folks. Let's take a look at these penalty stats. Something KC was counting on to give him a little push against this well-carded Raiders team. It's 7-2. It's usually flipped the other way for Vegas. Where's KC this year? KC's among the best in the league. 4. They don't commit many penalties. Well, I'm doing it today. And run Mahomes again, insisting on it. Needs 13. Is he going to go to his card again, though, is the question. This is his last one. It does. And he gets 13 yards. Fumbles. Picked up by the defense. A min fumbler. Fumbles. And that's going to end the season for the Chargers. It's going to elongate the season for the Raiders. However, Chiefs do have 3 timeouts. Not all hope lost. Most hope. Chargers won 4 in a row. Also had to win a game subbing for Cleveland. Sorry, subbing for Washington against Cleveland. So it's been a long, hard road where every little thing had to turn out the right way. Well, finally, the Cards have fallen the wrong way here on the Mahomes fumble after the 2 penalties in a row. I mean, the way it goes lately for this guy anyway. 5 yards, 2nd and 5. Really? Really? I'm not talking about the game. Something else. KC uses the timeout on 2nd and 5. Gets the correct key on 3rd down. I mean, it just, yeah. I've seen this movie before. And that'll do it. 1st down. Raiders can drain a clock if they so wish from this point forward. Last time out with a minute 30. How about a min fumble for them? How's that sound? So interesting to see the key at the 2-yard line, just reminiscent directly of the Raiders-Chargers game. Correct key, doesn't get it. It actually happened in the Cardinals game too with the Chargers. Correct key and a 2-point conversion. That did not go well. Gain of 1. Not going to be able to hang around for interviews, unfortunately. Third and 11. Can run the clock down here to cost a tick or 2 left on the run. Has to run it here. Should be kneeling it, I would say. It doesn't have to kneel it, but why risk the fumble? You're going to punt it anyway. 9 times out of 10, 95 times out of 100. Jacobs does not fumble on the 29. 1 second left. That's it. Well, the Raiders will find out their fate tomorrow night when the Browns face the Pittsburgh Steelers. Thanks for watching, everybody. We will catch you again in the playoffs.